We took Mask over the Fates. I think here what we're going to do is grab the Shorewood and walk. We want the 5/5 next turn, and we get to cast a double spell. I think we want to cast it first, because we might get the Shrink Ray, the Shrink spell. I think it's better to have this as a 2/1 range than to grab the 1/1 first. Wouldn't have mattered here, but it's actually one of the few things it doesn't matter against. Oh, this is interesting. Do we take... I think we take the Cinderella and then... Do we get the... What if we got the wrong thing? I think it's worth locking here again. A 5/5 is going to be better than most everything. Oh, we see some nice... I like Muerte a lot. So Galahad. We're seeing some interesting things today. Oh, Rhapsody, I think, is a YouTube person. A YouTuber. I think that's... I don't know, you know, the names could be weird, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that person. Okay, we'll take a win here. This is always a nice free spell to get. Wow, we are just getting... We are getting some stuff. You know, we're gonna take... I think we're gonna take the 5/5 here. And we can take one other thing. Okay. I think we'll take this. And then we're gonna lock, because I think it's worth just getting these 3 next turn. You know, unless there's a really good other character. But the idea is that we'll flip this over very early. We are getting a mask, so we could see that, but we'll hold off a turn on the mask, I think. And we'll get a cheap spell, and then we'll get to pair something, and we'll get to buff. We'll get a pair of Blind Mice, which are great to pair, and we'll get to have a buff on a 2/1 range. Well, Morphe is a old chest player, probably not the same person, as I think he may have died long ago. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got the 2 masks. I think we're supposed to cast first, even though we risk a roll. This is a great one, obviously. Next time you get a treasure, get a higher level. That's interesting if we get 5s. I think the dancing swords might be better. We could buff buffing everything by +1/+1 right now is pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, getting a 5 is a lot better than a 4 if we happen to get that, but we'll do that for now. And then we just grab that and that. And I think that's going to maximize our power level. At the moment, I think we're pretty strong. Next turn we can aim to grab a new hero, and maybe that will affect how we want to alter our build. Hoping it's Curse King. Curse King's very strong early. That could be an issue. You know, in terms of us trying to win a fight. We got a nice slay off. I think we have enough power. Yeah, we have enough power to take this down. Having a Cinderella early, it's not super strong, but it does do a little extra damage to all your opponents, which is nice. Accelerates the pace of the game. I'm not really a spellcasting comp, but Spellweaver could be interesting, and if we want Spellweaver, we want to do it before we cast our spell. Oh, and this could be interesting as well. Maybe that's our turn. Although if that's our turn, maybe we want to cast the For Glory. Yeah, let's do that instead. And we'll put this in the back. I think that's better. We want to prioritize the attacks of things that are likely not to survive a hit. If we put this, right? Does that make sense? Or we hide these in the back? No, yeah, this is better, right? This will give this. This is more likely to be able to get its hit off. I'll throw this up front. No, we like the surviving. If this happens to survive, it does a little extra damage. They'd said Dracula, so they might have a lot of power. As you can see, they do. Unfortunately, they got really bad attacks for them, not for us. some very unfortunate attacks just because it lined up perfectly. It didn't hit our ranged. Ooh, I very much want to cast the end. What do we want to do here? I don't even know. Unfortunately, these are crowding our board so much. The end is nice because it does get rid of something. Yeah, let's do that, right? Take the free thing, obviously. And I think we don't have room for this is the issue. And I don't think it's worth selling anything here. Because I think we like our mice better. Actually, maybe it's worth selling the sure shot. No, I think we're just not going to. Grab another polywaggle. Is that worth it over the sure shot? Maybe? Yeah, we'll do it. And then we want our polywaggles first. We'll put our sure shots in back. Do some of this stuff. That's annoying these lines. We just like to see if we can get a 5-drop. If we don't get it this turn, we'll swap it out until we can hit a 6-drop. Or at least try to. Of course, we attack the... Well, we got the worst attacks so far. Yeah, we're gonna lose this fight, it looks like, pretty badly. That was a tough loss. They already got a buff. Excuse me, so all their things were pretty strong. Looks like we'll swap it out this turn. Let's see what new hero we get. Ooh, Zahula is really nice here, I think. Getting this late in the game, obviously, is very strong. Maybe we take a Friendly Spirit. I think Friendly Spirit's very good with a lot of things. We sold our other one, so this is not where we're at right now. I don't think we're in the market for Delight anymore. I think we are in the market to upgrade our Waggle. And I think we're fine with... animals are good and +1/+1. That buffs a couple of things. I think Runestone's going to be higher value. I'm going to go something along these lines. We're very likely to lose this fight, I think. But we're going to be at level 5, which means we get discounts of 2 on those things. Which means hero power is going to be ramping up. It's actually interesting. This isn't really a hero power you switch off of because it's so powerful in the late game. So... obviously we would have preferred our... We would prefer things to go a little bit differently. We take a decent amount of damage here, down to 24. They get a nice little Fagori. Okay, but we're at level 5, so let's look for some nice level 5s. Okay, and I think we see quite a few things that are interesting to us. We're going to grab Mittens here, because we're also going to grab a couple baby bears. Throw them up here. We're actually going to take, I think, Medusa out this turn. We're going to hope that the 6 triggers. Or alternatively, do we put it in the back and let all the baby bears trigger enough, and then when this finally attacks, we're in good shape? And it's actually better to buff these. Oh, actually, we'll take Medusa. We'll put Medusa. Yeah, I don't know. That could all be true. Those were definitely a bunch of words, but I think we could be in really good shape. And if we wanted to win the fight, grab a Poison Apple. Not that we don't want to win the fight, but a Poison Apple would be really helpful. Yeah, I just don't think a 6 attack, if we put this up front, is likely to get the win. But I think if we have, you know, nugged everything down a little bit, we might be able to. And if this gets an attack on an 06, this will be able to finish it off. There's some theory there. We'd love to just get an upgraded 6. That's sort of what we're thinking right here. they got their sleigh. This is gonna have infinity attack. Okay, so we didn't even get the chance to attack with a Poliwaggle, so that strategy didn't quite work. Oh, you know, grab the Grim Soul and just let it trigger. I think we'll... Do we want to sell... Yeah, we'll sell this, right? No, we're not... I don't think we're in for the... We don't use that spell just to get a little extra gold. I think we're looking for higher level drops, not the level ones. I wonder if it's even better to pair this. We get a 5-drop treasure, which is so strong. And we'll grab the thing that helps us when we summon over the level 2s and 3s no longer appear. We only have one summoner. Maybe 2s and 3s no longer appearing is just better. Put this up front. I don't think we need a second Grim. Oh, we'll take it, right? Just in case we end up in that build. This is a good summoner. Yeah, what if we go sell and sell and grab the Wombat? I think that makes us a little stronger. And we want to trigger this early to hopefully get the Poliwaggle to flip, you know, before the fight is decided. Now, the Grimsoul might have been a bad buy, but if we happen to find a Yomagon or something, I think it might be good to have. No, they're going to get a lot of extra health if they end up surviving this fight. Okay, Storm King's interesting here. I'm going to say it's super powerful, but... Oh wow, that was a big hit actually. Means we lose the fight. Oh no, we tie the fight because of the explosion. The explosion's so good right here. I think we'll take the Wombat, getting a 5-drop treasure on the cheap. Seems really nice. Still nothing super appealing. Is it worth tripling the Grimsoul here? Yeah. I think getting an exact copy is going to be better than the Slay in almost all situations. And I think we're actually done with Medusa. We'll get a Poison Apple. This will make the first thing that dies get a little buff. This currently is doing nothing, but there are some Slay characters that scale very well. Chupacabra is not one of them. But Yomagand is okay. I think that... even a Lancelot would scale pretty quickly, so we'd grab it. Getting +4/+4 every fight, guaranteed, is pretty good. We'll definitely take some books if we find them. This is just a 40/40. That gets +4 every time we cast a spell, so that's going to be pretty large for a little while. Oh, actually, even with just 24 health, we're top of the pile at the moment. Let's see what kind of spells they get. Do they not get a spellcast? What just happened? Oh, this is a really nice spawn for us because it gives us some more explosions, which is what our board's all about. I mean, our concern is obviously this giant range character, which is sort of always the concern, but looks like we'll be able to wear them down just with some explosions. Yeah, there we go. We get them down to 12. Okay, we got a book. I think we'll take another Storm King actually, because if we're going books, which would not, we wouldn't like going, but if we're going books, then having the upgrade seems really nice. This might be a cheap treasure. Oh, we've seen so many of these. Mummies. Couple Lordies, well, couple Lordies and normally I'd love this. Buffing a monster seems reasonable. Oh, well, we definitely should buff the range one, right? Yeah, that was a little bit wacky. I think we still have a pretty good comp. The monster book buffing these is really nice. They're not big yet, but getting an upgraded Storm King early is pretty good. Everyone's at 6 right? No, the people aren't even at 6 yet. There were one of 2 people at 6. We actually played Muerte. We tied with them, but they had a very strong board, and they had Puff Puff, so they have a lot of scaling. So it's possible they're just getting very, very big, and them surviving that fight could have let them finish off the game. Well, they have a similar build to us, actually, in terms of just having a lot of spell casting. They're going sort of full mages. We're able to kill Pig. We got some lucky hits there. Do another 10 to them. They were in second. They have some interesting spells as well. We'll definitely see what treasure we get. It only costs 3 here. Next time we buy a character, upgrade it. That seems good. And is that good in that it's good enough to buy an Echo Wood here? I mean, sell this, right? An upgraded Echo Wood is pretty nice. We don't have a lot of growing during the fight. No, I think we might want to roll. Okay, we can use this. Is it better to not have 2s and 3s? I think this is just... I think we actually have... It might have been better to wait on the triple until after we were able to get something. Evil Twin's interesting here. We need to find something quickly. I'm just gonna take a bear. Feels a little dorky, and then we'll just cast a spell. I don't know if we want the Echo Wood. No, I don't think we're going to take it. So that was a little dorky of us. But we're gonna get a bunch of mitten explosions. We put ourselves in a position to get another treasure. Unfortunately, we paired something in a spot where we didn't need a treasure, which is really not what we want to do. Maybe we should have waited on the Wombat. I was really trying to maximize the card, but tripling a bear is really no better. Yeah, that was a bad buy, right? It's really just no better than a regular bear. It's very, very, very similar. We were looking for a book, we were looking for a Storm King, looking for a variety of things, and we just didn't find any of them. Okay, Muerte's finally out. And we're fighting another clone. That's... I said before, I don't think that should happen. Do we want to just get the buff? That's kind of expensive. Do we just want another... I wonder what happens when you cast this. Do they turn into 6s? They do. This is actually really funny. In that I don't even know what we're supposed to do here. Are we supposed to sell this thing? We want to buy this, but we can't fit it anywhere. Spell weavers are growing nicely. Yeah, maybe we sell this. Grab this. Roll the dice. I mean, these are only good because of the explosions, but the explosions are really good. We'd love to get the 3rd Storm King or whatever, the 4th Storm King. We could really have we could move off of this explosion plan and just go into a very mage-heavy build, put some Storm Kings up front. This is the Muerte. I don't think the Muerte is necessarily weak here. And they gain so much attack from the explosions, from the explosions on the creeper. Unfortunately, this attacks something small. Same thing there. Yeah, so we're gonna be fine this fight, which is nice. Looks like, right? Yeah, we'll be fine. But again, see, they seem pretty strong. Cupid's you know, always sort of have a chance in that way. Yeah, we're over. There's actually a bunch of characters that would have been nice at some point in the game, but that we've sort of moved past. They really want us to switch heroes again. Little do they know, we could have been doing that the whole time. Yeah, let's cast another 2 spells, see what happens. Kidnap seems fine. Evil Twin, unfortunately, doesn't work on the things we need it to work on. So do we want to throw these up front and see how strong our mages end up being? We really need to triple something. We have, you know, we'd love to fit these 7 bears we have on the board, but I'm not sure if that's stronger or weaker. We'll have to see what they have. I don't actually remember their board, but it very much depends on what they have. And I wonder if, yeah, this should fit up here, I think. If we kill something. Would we love to, I mean, now, yeah, now we have an open treasure slot. Oh, they have all our mages. Okay, well. So they have ranged mages in the back. I guess we have ranged mages as well, right? But they have ranged things attacking first, which could be an issue. Oh yeah, well, we got some really bad attacks there. Yeah, we're gonna take it down here. We're not out, obviously, but so getting the Aeon plus round table is really nice for them. None of these. Because usually the problem with Aeon is you don't have enough health, but that sort of corrects that problem. Finally, okay, this is great, because we get a treasure. So the character attack twice isn't going to be good. We're just going to get, this will make us Storm King upgraded. And I wonder if it's worth just casting a spell here. It's not clear to me that it isn't. And it's I'm pretty sure it's worth waiting here. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. We're really just hoping that this will get tripled at some point. Right now this is going to be tripled, and since its power goes up, it just grows instantly, which is nice. I actually wonder, no, it doesn't stick permanently, it's not permanently. Why did we all go mages this game? What are the chances? That's such a strange build for everyone to have gone, but here we are. The top 3 have all gone mages. Looks like their mages are a little bigger than ours, so we'll likely lose this one. Wow, yeah, so we're definitely at risk of being knocked out here. We do get to fight the clone, and we get to cast the spell for free, which is nice. Another baby bear? We can't do that. These baby bears have been a little bit ridiculous. Wow. Is this the build we're supposed to go? I'm gonna grab this just in case. Might be worth grabbing a Cupid here too. I'm not sure in case of what, obviously. Yeah, right? If we get all these things, are we just better off? Imagine getting 2 Echo Woods, Berenstein triple baby bear. How much is this? 9? So I know this is really wacky, but I think it's the right decision. Although we might just lose right here. Oh and yeah, good boy should be close to the front, but. Okay, we get a lot of explosions going off. Okay, this is less helpful now. I don't know if that's better than one of the things we have, but we'll definitely take a pig. I wonder if Cupid's better than maybe the second Echo Wood. Unfortunately, this isn't very big. Get 2 Cupids even. No, I think Echo Wood's gonna be where it's at right now. We can't cast this turn. Let's just see if there's... Sell these 2, grab this. No, we're just gonna pause here. If we manage to win this fight, we have a nice chance at, you know, pairing these up, and we obviously get very strong. We have a decent chance of winning. If not, obviously we're gonna be out because we're at 7. But I think this is really the play, honestly. This was a really weird transition. I mean, they have a ton of range characters that are very, very strong. Hopefully our Echo Wood gets strong. Hopefully these spells aren't too... Oh, that was a pretty impactful spell. As was that, unfortunately. Is this the last bear? No, we got one more, right? Okay, we managed the tie here. It's actually huge. Because we're gonna get an upgraded... We're gonna get a 6 drop. Round table isn't very good. Doubling the attack would be. And we'll take it over the toad. You know, obviously our shop will be weaker. But this Pigomorph is still very strong. And we're just hoping. This was a really weird transition. We were full mage comp and then we went full something else. Mostly because we had these bears lying around. And I think since this Bear Stain immediately gets an upgrade, the Echo Woods don't get stuck at 1 health, which means we have a decent shot, like they have a decent shot of surviving. And if we're going to the final fight, and we don't find a nice spell, we can use this to try to get a slightly better hero power for the final fight. There's only a few that affect combat in a major way, but there could be something. Okay, they took out 1 bear. But it wasn't a biggest one. Okay, taking out their range characters is very important, because it looks like we're getting to the point where our stuff will be able to trade. And we're at a point where the Bear Stain being upgraded could mean if we win this fight, they're gonna get knocked out. Yeah, see, if this hadn't been, they would have survived with 1 health. Okay, so we know we can at least be competitive here. I think we want a second one of these. It might be better than the Echo Wood. Obviously, we'd love to pair the Echo Wood. Buy a spellcaster twice. I think actually none of these are going to be as good as other things. So if we do this, we can't cast the mask. Oh no. 1 gold short. Okay. And this is actually a perfect swap. We'll do this and we'll pause. 1 gold short. We need to remember that. You know, if we could have preserved 1 gold somehow. The reason we switched this obviously is we have ambrosia, so we want this to become upgraded in addition to this. So that's why we do that. We'll get the double trigger from that. Everything very big. They get some nice triggers. Oh, and they take out our big bear, which is unfortunate. We will get some nice trades, it looks like. They do have a full range backline, which is obviously going to be very strong. But we take it down, so we were the one who switched off mages and we got rewarded for it. Everyone else was competing over the same things, but we managed to bail on that strategy. We actually were able to use our mask very effectively this game. You know, it seems a little bit, I don't know, a little bit self-congratulatory to, you know, get excited when winning with a good boy Echo Wood comp. But I think we really made some smart switches this game, some good transitions, and even good mask plays. We picked good timings for those. So I'm actually pretty happy with the way this game played out, and I hope everyone likes it because this was a really exciting one.